Welcome to the 17th meeting of the Honolulu Liquor Commission. Please keep your cell phones off, and when addressing the commission, please say and spell your name and speak into the microphone. Calling agenda item number 1, transfer application number 25-00992, Ganga and Amrit LLC. Hello.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. I'm Min Young-woo on behalf of Ganga and Amrit LLC. On my right is the member Amrit Shrestha.
Mr. Chen.
Thank you, Mr. Chair and Commissioners. This application has received 0 written protests, 0 letters in support. Applicant has met the statutory requirements for the submission of this application.
Okay, is there anyone who'd like to testify either for or against this applicant? Seeing none, commissioners, any questions?
I have no questions. I make a motion to approve transfer application number 25-00992.
Second. Been moved and seconded to approve application number 25-00992. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The application is approved. Thank you.
Thank you.
Calling agenda item number 2, transfer application number 25-01077 from Aloha Beer Company LP. Hello.
The chair moves the commission for Litchfield authorized agent appearing on behalf of the applicant. To my right is Yusuke Ishikawa. His name, spelling, I gave it to the hearing report. I'm going to commence on today's hearing. We received the investigator's report. No changes there too.
Mr. Chen.
Thank you, Mr. Chair and Commissioners. Again, this application has received 0 written protests, 0 letters in support. Applicant has met statutory requirements for the submission of this application.
Okay, is there anyone who'd like to testify either for or against this applicant? Seeing none, commissioners, any questions?
I have no questions. Make a motion to approve transfer application number 25-01077.
Second. It's been moved and seconded to approve application number 25-01077. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The application is approved.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Calling application number 26-00465-1 to lost. To 26-00465-121 and 122 from TPOK Liquor LLC.
Good afternoon, Chair Hong and members of the Commission. Neil Gota, appearing on behalf of TPOK Liquor LLC. Appearing with me is Micah Ayu, last name spelled A-I-U, a representative of the applicant. We have no changes to the investigative report. Applicant would like to request that the start date of these specials be changed to December 1st, 2025.
Okay, so hold on.
I think we'd have to make a
We have to make
motion
a motion first to change the agenda.
to modify the agenda because it's already posted.
Yeah, but then.
So if you're gonna start it early or later, are we extending it
No.
later as well?
So we can just, if there's a way to get rid of October through December, we don't need to extend it further.
So I guess the question would be if they don't use the license, even though it's approved, will they be able to be reimbursed or collect funds back for the payment of the days?
Right, you're paying by the month, right?
You can approve a refund of the unused days.
So we wouldn't have to amend the agenda. We could just say they could have it start when it wants, as long as it's approved, and we can just approve the refund.
Okay, but they shouldn't even just pay in October and November, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if you're going to amend, sorry, Anna Harai, Assistant Administrator, Liquor Commission. So if you're gonna amend the agenda just for a new start date as part of and take action, then you would approve the refund for the payment of the unused days. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they've already paid for October and November.
Okay.
Got it.
Okay, let me make.
Yeah.
Okay, so why don't we make a motion to amend the agenda first?
Yeah.
So my motion is going to be for agenda item number 3 to amend the posted agenda. To state that the specials will start on December 1st, 2025.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded to amend the agenda to start application number 26-00465-1 on December 1st of 2025. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The agenda is amended. Okay,
Okay, now the motion would be to approve agenda item number three, applications number 26-00465. One, the 26-00456-122 with the stipulation that the licensee will be refunded for any unused days.
Second.
okay, it's been moved and seconded to approve application number 26-00465-1 to 26-00465-122 as amended with the stipulation of a refund for unused days. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The application is approved.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Okay. Calling agenda item number 4, application number 26-00830 from Schools and Catering by Cineblon Inc. Hello.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. My name is Sheila O'Connell, ELCANO, General Manager of Schools and Catering by Cineblon. For this application, we have a wedding reception party with an estimated of 150 guests. The bar will be inside the ballroom and 1 HPD on site.
Commissioners, any questions?
So I'll say my normal comment for all of your following applications. Since you're going to have the availability to use the outside courtyard, please let's make sure we keep an eye on passing so that people won't be passing while they're out in the courtyards. Other than that, that's my only comment.
Make a motion to approve application number 26-00830. Second motion.
Been moved and seconded to approve application number 26-00830. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The application is approved. Calling agenda item number 5, application number 26-00831 from Schools and Catering by Cineblon Inc.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. My name is Sheila O'Connell, ELCANO, General Manager of Schools and Catering by Cineblon. For this application, we have a company Christmas party with an estimate of 150 guests. The bar will be inside and 1 HPD on site.
Any questions?
I have no questions.
Make a motion to approve application number 26-00831. Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve application number 26-00831. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The application is approved. Calling agenda item number 6, application number 26-00833 from Schools and Catering by Cineblon Inc.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. My name is Sheila O'Connell, ELCANO, General Manager for Schools and Catering by Cineblon. For this application, we have another company Christmas party with an estimated of 350 guests. Bar will still be inside and 2 HPD on site.
I have no questions.
Make a motion to approve application number 26-00833. Second.
Been moved and seconded to approve application number 26-00833. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The application is approved. Thank you.
For your time, Commissioners.
Calling agenda item number 7, application number 26-00861, Island Pacific Academy.
Good afternoon. My name is Catherine Jones, last name spelled Jones, for Island Pacific Academy. We have confirmed 136 guests and 2 HPD on site.
Right.
Okay, the only question is going to be, I know it's going to be in the courtyard. What is going to be delineating the service space?
We have a tent and pipe and drape to delineate the space.
They're going to be banded when they enter or when they go to receive drinks?
Yes, and it's an adult only event.
I have no other questions.
Okay.
Make a motion to approve application number 26-00861.
Been moved and seconded to approve application number 26-00861. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The application is.
Thank you.
Thank you. Calling agenda item number 8, application number 26-00870-1 to 26-00870-122. Manulele Distillers LLC. Hello.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chairperson, Commissioners. Robert Ichikawa, representing Manila Distillers LLC, doing business as Kohana Distillers. To my right is Mr. Jason Brand, last name spelled Brand. He's the manager of the LLC and ultimately co-owner of the distillers. We reviewed the report. There's no changes. However, we would like to request a waiver. We mailed the notice to the neighborhood board. We have confirmation and we provided to the investigator that US Postal Service had delivered it at 10:26 a.m. on October 14th. We have not received the receipt back from the neighborhood board, but request consideration for a waiver of receipt since we had it delivered to the neighborhood board.
Quick question, Council. So, USPS acknowledged that they had delivered it?
Yes, sir.
Well, when did they do that?
October 14th at 10:26 a.m. We have a receipt on the tracking that confirms by the service that it was delivered at that time.
Yeah, it's kind of unusual that it takes so long for them to get the receipt back. Usually, sometimes it's 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
And this is just for tasting.
It'll be a serving of various drinks along with the rum. Jason, you can explain a little bit of the concept.
Yeah, the concept really is a locally made chocolated rum tasting experience or pairing experience.
Okay. Questions?
None.
I don't know. Do we need a motion to waive receipt first?
Again, Hannah Rai, Assistant Administrator, Liquor Commission. The rule specifically empowers the commission to waive requirements pertaining to the neighborhood board notification by rule. I believe it can be handled if you approve the special license group as it is. That would be that would include by implication that you are accepting Mr. Ichikawa's explanation in terms of what he was able to provide in terms of the neighborhood board notification.
Okay, thank you.
I'd like to make a motion to approve applications numbers 26-00870-1 to 26-00870-122 inclusive.
Second.
So moved and seconded to approve applications number 26-00870-1 to 26-00870-122. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The application is approved. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Excuse me, Mr. Chair, before we move on to agenda item number 9, just for the record, can we just state that supplemental materials were provided to the commission for
Yes.
materials that we received after the posting of the hearing. the
So
board
I'm gonna
packet.
supplemental material received. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Calling agenda item number 9, application number 26-00881, Iolani School. Oh,
Good
wearing the shirt.
afternoon,
All set.
Commissioners and Chair, Matthew Choi, authorized agent for Iolani School. We have no changes to the investigative report. This application is for the Iolani faculty and staff Christmas party.
Commissioners, questions?
I have no question.
No questions. Make a motion to approve application number 26-00881.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve application number 26-00881. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The application is approved. Calling agenda item number 10, application number 26-00882, Iolani School.
Good afternoon, Commissioners and Chair, Matthew Choi, authorized agent for Iolani School. We have no changes to the investigative report. This application is for the annual Young Alumni Reunion.
Commissioners, questions?
I have no questions.
Make a motion to approve application number 26-00882.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve application number 26-00882. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The application is approved. Thank you. Calling agenda item number 11, application number 26-00891 from Legal Aid Society of Hawaii.
Good afternoon, David Copper. I'm the Executive Director of the Legal Aid Society of Hawaii, KOPPER. This application is for our 75th anniversary fundraiser at the Hawaii State Art Museum. Happy to answer any questions.
Commissioners, questions?
I have none.
Are you having security at the function?
For now, it is just the security provided by the art museum.
By the museum?
Yes.
All right, thank you.
I'd like to make a motion to approve application number 26-00891.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve application number 26-00891. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The application is approved.
Thank you. Thank you.
Calling agenda item number 12, application number 26-00906-1 to 26-00906-31 SG Hospitality Inc. Load.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chair, members of the commission. Keith Kiyuchi for the applicant. Thank Investigator Sato for getting this on the agenda. We have no corrections or additions to the investigator's report.
So this is a restaurant. Okay, questions?
I have none.
Done.
Make a motion to approve applications number 26-00906-1 to 26-00906-31 inclusive.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve applications number 26-00906-1 to 26-00906-31. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The application is approved. Thank you. Calling agenda item number 13, transfer application number 25-01778. Oyster Hale by Crush.
Good afternoon. To my right is Junko, Junko Suzuki. She is the manager of the premises and she's also the wife of the owner. May the record reflect Wayne Lucas Counsel. We have no changes to the investigator's report. They are on the second temporary license.
I have no questions.
None. Make a motion to approve transfer application number 25-01778.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve application number 25-01778. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The application is approved.
Thank you.
Calling agenda item number 14, application number 25-01672, KBK Inc.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. I'm Min Young-woo on behalf of KBK Inc. And on my right is the Seung Hyun-oh, spelled SEUNGHYUN, last name OOH, General Manager. And then no corrections to the investigative report.
Commissioners, questions?
I have no questions.
No questions.
Make a motion to approve application number 25-01672.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve application number 25-01672. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The application is approved.
Thank you.
Good luck. Calling agenda item number 15, application number 25-01696, Sushi King LLC. Hello.
To my right is Mahina Akakash. She's a manager. She'll be the manager for the premises and she's the daughter of the owner. May the record reflect Wayne Lucas Counsel. There are no changes to the investigators.
I have no questions.
None.
Make a motion to approve application number 25-01696.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve application number 25-01696. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The application is approved.
Thank
Thank you. Calling agenda item number 16, request number 24-01375 from Arancino LLC.
Good afternoon, Asami Williams on behalf of Argentino LLC. We have reviewed the investigator's report and we did want to make a correction. The report states that the effective date of the change was October 27, 2023. However, there were some confusions regarding the effective date, but the change occurred on December 31st, 2023. And our request was submitted on January 22nd, 2024, which was within 30 days of the change. So we believe that we did meet the filing requirement.
Okay. So I have to read through the numbers again. Are you saying the report that was submitted is incorrect and you wanted to make?
So yeah, the report states that the filing, the statutory requirements were not met because it wasn't submitted within the 30-day timeframe. However, the date that the change was effective was December 31st, 2023 instead of October 27th. And then the request was submitted on January 22nd, 2024. So from December 31st to January 22nd is within 30 days. So we do believe that we met the requirements.
So I think we can agree that we could take it under advisement that you're suggesting the changes to make to the report, but I do believe that the determination will be determined in a follow-up or later possible adjudication hearing on whether you made it or
Okay.
not. And so I cannot
Okay. Got it.
technically admit that we agree the report should be changed,
Okay,
but
okay, yes.
we will take it under advisement.
Okay.
Thank you.
I think that would be the correct
Yeah.
route to do, I think. Okay. Beyond that, I have no questions for the report.
Motion to take under advisement?
You would make a motion to take on their advisement or just?
No, we could just approve the request and
And
then
then
any discrepancies is good.
Yeah.
All right, I make a motion to approve request number 24-01375.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve request number 24-01375. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The request is. All right.
Thank you.
Calling agenda item number 17, request number 26-00901 from Pants Industries. Vote.
Good afternoon, Commission. Jacob Bello, on behalf of Pants Industries. We are asking to approve ability to do batch cocktails for a slushy machine.
So there's a few questions that I'm going to have for batching.
Yeah.
First thing will be, at the end of each night, what will you do with the leftovers in the slushy machine?
So the cocktails themselves are shelf stable for 3 days. We anticipate we're only gonna run half of it because it's a 3-gallon machine. So we're gonna run half of it into, because we don't know what the business is gonna be like. But we're an outdoor bar and it's hot, so I assume it's gonna go run through each day. If it doesn't, we'll leave it on. And it's gonna be
Okay.
running continuously.
So I'm going to make a suggestion.
Sure.
First thing is, anything you're going to batch and leave in the back,
Mhm.
if it has fresh fruit juices, I will not allow it to last longer or stay longer than 3 days
Yeah.
without you getting rid of it. Now, because your bar is outside and the slushy machine is going to be running, my suggestion would be not to leave the leftovers,
Okay.
because if your machine stops somehow, way, shape, or form while you're not there, or the power goes out, we don't want someone, and it comes back on, we don't want the thing to go back on and
Right.
it go bad. So my suggestion would be, if you're gonna start with half, if there's leftovers, I would discard it for safety reasons personally.
Okay.
But again, that would be my recommendation.
We can do that.
Any other questions?
I thought we were supposed to have the formulary of the.
You may ask that as
Yeah.
well. I mean, normally they provide that.
The recipes?
Yes.
I have it here. Oh,
Yeah,
good. I would have more evidence, more submissions.
Oh, good. Are you mixing on site?
Yes.
Are you pre-mixing elsewhere and bringing it?
No, on site.
On site.
Okay.
Then also the other questions we normally ask, which I think you stated in your letter, that if a patron was to ask you to mix it in front of them,
We have a blender.
you could do that.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously it might not be like the slushy itself, but at least they could get it.
No, we have
made
the
in front of them.
same ingredients there on site, so we have a blender that we can use as well.
All right.
Yeah, I have no other questions.
Okay, I think now we got them all.
Make a motion to approve request number 26-00901.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve request number 26-00901. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The list is approved.
Thank you, Commissioner.
All right, thank you. We need to put this in. Thanks. All right, we're going to move to adjudication hearings. We're calling out of order agenda item number 24. Nanzan Jiro LCV 25-0035.
Hello, Commissioners. My name is Sean Isono, ISONO, and this is the GM owner of the restaurant, Yoshido Matsumoto. Yes. MATSUMOTO.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chair and Commissioners. Cambry Hope, I'm the Deputy Corporation Counsel handling the prosecution of today's adjudication matters.
Mr. Isono, would you waive reading of the charge and enter a plea, or would you like the prosecution to read the charges?
I think we understand the charges.
Okay. So then, okay, so basically we would need you still have to say that you would waive reading of the charges.
We will waive reading of the charges.
Okay, and then you can either accept the charges, deny the charges, or plead no contest.
We are gonna plead no contest.
No contest, okay. Miss, I think I got it, but I'm gonna apologize if I botch your name anytime this evening. Miss Ho'omanavanui.
Good.
Go ahead and please read your recommendations for charge number 24, charges 1 and 2.
So first we have to request to move to amend and remove the language in the charge, to wit Sherry Liu. A quote, to wit Sherry Liu. In both charges.
Yeah, hold on. I mean, hold on. So we don't have, okay, so there is certain parts, I think, of the charges that we may not have. So Sherry Liu, is that a name of the
Yes.
individual?
Yes, that's not associated.
It's stated in the charge.
It's cited in the charge.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so first, because we're amending the charge itself, we have to first confirm if the parties are agreeable to amending the charges by taking out the name.
Yes, agreeable.
Okay. So then we'll need, so the motion would be that we would amend the charge. Amend the charges reading in charge 1 and charge 2 to take out the name Sherry Liu. So I'll make the motion.
All right, second the motion.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded to amend the charges for agenda item number 24 to remove the name from charge 1 and charge 2, the name Sherry Liu. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The charges are amended.
Okay, so we have a motion to amend the charges. You have already made a plea of no contest. Is that for charge 1 and charge 2?
Yes.
Okay, so I need a motion to accept the plea of no contest for charges 1 and charges 2.
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to accept a plea of no contest. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The charges accepted.
Okay, so now, Ms. Ho'omanavanui, what are your recommendations for charge 1 and charge 2?
This is a first violation with a recommended fine of $500 in count 1, and this is a first violation with a recommended fine of $500 in count 2 as well, so a total of $1,000.
Okay. Okay, first, so I'm gonna ask for you to provide an explanation if you have one, but I'm also going to check with you, Miss Manavanui. Is the dates that are listed in our agenda booklet of these happening on August 10th, 2010 and August 1st, 2011, are those correct dates?
Yes.
Okay. So I am going to ask for if you have any explanation.
So the restaurant didn't open until 2011. So 2010 was actually when I think the company was first created.
Okay.
And maybe that was when there was some shifting of shares that didn't go reported to the commission at that time.
Okay.
And in 2011, I think we probably, upon opening, had another sort of shift of shares between the ownership at that time as well. And then unbeknownst to us, we didn't really understand that we had to report the share transfer or share difference to the commission at the time. So
Okay.
How did this get surfaced?
we have no idea.
Does it have anything in your file of how this actually came up in which we were brought up that we found out that there was changes done incorrectly?
I just know there was an investigative report done, but I'm not fully sure.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
I was just
I
kind of
wondering,
curious.
Did you do
like-
another change of owner? Have you done another
Yes.
change of ownership?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so they looked.
So we did one. We came to the commission, I think last year, and then to report the violation of that. That's when we first knew about. We had to let you guys know, and then we had amnesty for it during that amnesty period, and then this one came up, but it was like 10 years, 15 years ago. So we're
Okay.
kind of curious as to
Go ahead.
how that.
It was found during the audit.
On audit, okay. Okay, so both of these things happened 2010 and 2011.
Yeah.
Okay, now you folks have in place something that would be able to provide the commission if you change shares or ownership within this time period, correct? Like, I mean, within the 30 days, right? I mean, there's a time limit you have. If something changes, you need to report that to the commission
Yes,
within the
well
time
aware
limit.
well aware of that.
Okay,
But yeah, we didn't know about it that.
okay, okay. All right,
So, question. So did you have any counsel or guidance regarding this process?
We had counsel to help create the company and then help with get the liquor license, but I think two different counsel and then neither of them reported the change of
And
shares.
both of you were on board in 2010, 2011?
Yes. Yeah. And the restaurant wasn't even open until 2011, so 2010 was like the very first filing of, if anything, for the restaurant.
All right, thank you.
okay. So I do have a question though. During August 1st, 2011, you folks were open for business and you folks were selling alcohol.
We weren't open.
2011, April 17.
So April 17th, you started service and were open.
Yes, 2008.
Because your second violation, right? It says
Yeah.
on or about August 1st,
Mhm.
2011. So you, in April in 2011, you started work running.
Or April 2011, yeah.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to make a motion that for charge one, I'm going to say that you should be receiving a letter of reprimand for charge one because you were not open for business and you were not selling alcohol. But I am going to approve a recommended fine of $500 for charge two, only because you were already serving alcohol. And at that point, you had already changed 2 times. That's your second time technically. Okay? So that's going to be my motion.
I'd like to make a motion on adjudication number 24. On charge one, a letter of reprimand. On charge two, approve a fine of $500.
Second the motion.
It's been moved and seconded to approve a letter of reprimand for charge one and a fine of $500 for charge two for LCD 25-0035. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The penalties are approved. Right.
So you're all done. You'll get notice, I think, in the mail. They'll serve you what they need to for your finalization.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Calling agenda item number
Thank you.
18, Hangang Korean Grill House, LCD 24-0109.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chair, members of the commission, Keith Hughes, representing the licensee. Waive reading of the charge and or plea of no contest.
Motion to accept the plea of no contest.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to accept a plea of no contest. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The plea is accepted.
Ms. Ho'oma Vanami, how would you, what is your recommendation for agenda item number 18?
This is a first violation with a recommended fine of $250.
Mr. Kyuchi, explanations?
They forgot. This Hangang's only been open in that location for a couple of years, and for whatever reason, they it slipped their mind. And we'll remedy that where it doesn't happen in the future.
Okay. And that's, I mean, so my motion of what I'm going to issue is also danger guard, right? They recently just came through for looking to expand, correct?
Right.
Okay. So my motion is going to be to approve the recommended fine of $250 for agenda item number 18.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve a fine of $250. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The penalty is accepted.
I think he maybe has the next one.
Oh,
I got the next one, and
got
I'm gonna ask.
okay.
29.
Agenda item number 19, Park Move, LCB 25-0045.
Again, good afternoon, Mr. Chair, members of the commission, Keith Hughes for the licensee. We waive reading of both charges and or plea of no contest to charges 1 and 2.
Motion to accept the plea of no contest for charges 1 and charges 2.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to accept a plea of no contest for charges 1 and 2. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. Pleas are accepted.
Ms. Ho'oma Vanui, can you please provide your recommendation for agenda item 19, charges 1 and charge 2?
In count 1, this is the first violation with a recommended fine of $250, and in count 2, this is the second violation with a recommended fine of $500, bringing a total of $750.
Sorry, I know the total was $750, but what was the charge 2?
Charge 2, $500.
Mr. Kyuchi, explanation?
Yeah, this was an individual that asserted to the investigators that she was a customer and not a employee. But she kept her bag in an area accessible only to employees. And my client and I've had a couple of, well, one a Zoom call and another exchange of emails about this. And we're simply, he's gonna change his procedure. He has people that come in, they sit down, and I can understand how it appears to the investigators that they're hostesses. So in this case, she was actually here, went back to Japan. But my client said he'll accept the responsibility for this, and we'll kind of tighten this up a little.
Yeah, I think the hard part for us, I think, would be, right, that if you're gonna allow patrons to
Yeah.
put stuff for only employees might be, we're not gonna know why a non-employee would be in this.
distinguish between the two?
Yeah, right,
Yeah.
because we wouldn't know whose purse is whose then,
Yeah.
technically, right?
Yeah, and there were, the funny thing is there are only 4 people in the bar. So that makes it even more kind of little bit. Yeah, they probably shouldn't have done that. She can keep her purse where she was, but
Yeah. Okay. So my motion is going to be to approve the recommended fine for charge 1 of $250 and approve the recommended fine of $500 for charge 2, equaling a total of $750 for agenda item number 19.
Second motion.
It's been moved and seconded to approve a fine of $250 for fine 1 and $500 for charge 2 for a total of $750. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The penalties.
and I would ask the chair to take 29 out of order. That's
Okay.
the last one I got.
All right. Calling agenda item number 29, Side Pocket Park Bar and Grill, LCB 24-0096.
Again, good afternoon, Mr. Chair, members of the commission, Keith Hughes for the licensee. Waive reading the charge and or plea of no contest.
Motion to accept the plea of no contest.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to accept a plea of no contest. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye, the plea is accepted.
Ms. Omava, your recommendations for agenda item number 29?
This is the first violation with a recommended fine of $250.
Mr. Kyuchi, what happened?
She forgot, but this one, she's got a little bit of an explanation because this is Tammy Song. She owns both Side Pocket, which is in a warehouse off of Mokalamova. She also owns Club Lilac and Waikimila Shopping Center. Though the bars in Waikimila Shopping Center have had a pretty bruising 7 months dealing with Kamehameha Schools, because Kamehameha Schools took over the lease June 1. There have been difficulties, probably that's an understatement in dealing with Kamehameha Schools. So I think she just simply forgot. So that's what happened. But she filed it on time for Lilac, but she didn't file it on time for Side Pocket.
Okay. So I mean, the other thing too, right, is this was from August 30th, 2024. So if she missed to do it this year again, we're gonna be
She's Tammy's yeah. It's kind of hard to describe what I've been going through with those tenants, but it is I would not wish that landlord on anybody.
But they are, I mean, the landlord has changed. They've been able to be open for business.
They've been able to be open for business. It's been difficult because things have changed quite a bit. To give you an idea, they've had to sign 3 consecutive series of documents, and their leases are all limited to 1 year, which is, and that's just the start of some of the issues. Yeah.
But it will, I mean, just so you understand, and let your client know, that when we look at some of these, right, it's important to know who's all,
Who's there, especially with a hostess bar.
And additionally, because she has 2 and she did 1, you gotta be able to do both of your businesses. I understand there's situations, but we gotta know, right, when our guys come in.
And she understands. That's kind of why she's gonna take responsibility, but yeah, it's a little bit easier to explain than Hong Kong.
Yeah, we've gratefully respect and thank that she's taking responsibility, so. But my ultimate motion though is going to be to approve the $250 fine for agenda item number 29.
Okay. It's been moved and seconded to approve a fine of $250. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye, the penalty is accepted.
Okay, thank you.
Now calling back to agenda item number 20. Thank you. King's Market and Grill LCD 25-0042.
Hi, Commissioners. My name is Sue Park, SOO, last name Park, PARK.
Okay, so Ms. Park, would you waive reading of the charge, or would you like us to have
Yes.
the Corporation Council read the charge?
I'll read the reading of the charges.
Okay, do you accept the charge, deny the charge, or plead no contest?
Plead no contest.
No contest. Motion to accept the plea of no contest.
Second. It's been moved and seconded to approve a plea of no contest. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye, the plea is accepted.
Okay, Ms. Ho'omavanui, your recommendation for agenda item number 20.
This is a first violation with a recommended fine of $100.
Okay, Ms. Park, explanations?
So our store, we have limited space for stock and we had liquor delivery and the beer was on the sales floor and I didn't know each item had to be priced. So we priced everything, like all the rolls in the fridge and everything that was on for sale, but not the stock items. So, yeah.
Okay, so a question I have for you.
Yes.
On a normal basis, the items you get for delivery, are they on the sales floor or out in the sales floor after their delivery or are they stored in the back normally?
So it was on the sales floor and we didn't know it had to be priced. So now we price everything.
Okay, as soon as they come in, you're putting a price on it either way. Okay, Okay, and I think for us, the concern is, right, that if a customer walks into your establishment, even though it is your delivery, if they grab it,
That's what I
they
was-
they would want to know what it is, and just in case they decided to buy it.
Yeah.
Right then and there. Okay,
One question.
yes,
So it was delivered, it was placed on the floor. Was it for sale or to be shelved?
It's like back stock.
Okay, thank you.
yeah, I mean. Hey, all right, so. Because it is on the sales floor, though, my motion for me, I'm going to make a motion to approve the recommended fine of $100, just in case someone was to buy it.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve a fine of $100. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. Fine is.
Thank you.
Calling agenda item number 1221, Go Lounge LCV 25-0041.
Hello, Commission. My name is Eddie Eddie Trongkamsataya Trongkamsataya. I'll waive the reading of the charge.
Okay, I'm really bad. How do you pronounce your last name again?
Trongkamsataya.
John Cam Sataya.
Yeah.
You can accept the charge, deny the charge, or plead no contest.
No contest, please.
Motion to accept the plea of no contest?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to accept a plea of no contest. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The plea is accepted.
Ms. Ho'omavanui, your recommendations for agenda item number 21?
This is the first violation with a recommended fine of $500.
Now I'm gonna. Mr. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, just you call me Eddie. It's okay.
Okay.
We were renovating the bar. We were closed at the time. We weren't selling anything. I wasn't there, but I think the investigators recognized that like the door was open.
Okay.
And then they went in and saw like renovations. And then they gave us a citation for not asking permission to, but we've since submitted the renovations and the floor plans through my attorney, Robin Melcourt. And I think she submitted it to the commission.
Okay. So a question, so during this violation itself, did you have patrons or were you serving alcohol or open at all? Just happened to be the door was open.
Yeah, because they were actively renovating, like the.
Actively renovating.
The place.
Okay.
But we weren't selling anything, we were closed, it was all dark, there's no sales, so yeah.
Okay.
But one question though, were these alterations or renovations permitted approved?
They by the landlord, yes, like just yeah. It didn't come to my attention that we had to submit approval to the commission, to the LIQ commission. They were supposed to be cosmetic renovations. And then but it just the people again, like they just went like beyond like what I approved, but what happened. So yeah.
Okay, thank you.
I'm probably going to ask for us to go into deliberations for a few minutes. You have to make a motion, right?
Nope.
Nope, okay.
Okay, we're back from deliberation.
Okay, so. Mr. Eddie, I'm gonna
That's fine.
only botch your last name
That's fine,
otherwise.
that's fine.
So I have a couple questions for you.
Yes, sir.
So during this time of your renovation that you had done,
Yes, sir.
were any exterior walls or delineations of your licensed space affected? Or was it only internal?
It was internal.
Okay. Is there any, Ms. Ho'omana, is there any information in the investigative report that talks about if it was only internal space or were there other parts of the bar area that were being changed or modified?
I believe it was only internally. There were multiple walls removed and a new bar being built.
Okay, but nothing actually exterior space wise is listed. Okay. So I was, Mr. Eddie, currently, we have all the correct floor plans submitted and sent in and are with us currently, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So there's a couple of things. First thing is I'm going to make a motion, understand my motion for my decision on what the fine is going to be is based on a few things. One, obviously, right? You did make alterations and changes. You also are the licensee and in charge of the space that you control.
Yes, sir.
And you should be controlling whatever they're gonna do for you.
Yes,
That's
sir.
what your
Yeah,
your business is for.
yeah.
Okay, but we are going to look at this and understand that you were not open, you were not serving.
No.
At that time, but we
The only
are
people
going,
there were the contractors. There's no staff, no
Yeah.
waiters or bartenders or
Mhm.
money
Mhm.
or product.
Mhm.
Like it was just the staff, the contractors there. That's all.
Okay. But we are going to also inform you, right, that what I make is, my motion is going to be to authorize a fine of $250, a reduction of what was proposed because you are in charge of that space. Okay, so that's my motion, to issue a $250 fine for agenda item number 21.
Second.
Been moved and seconded to approve a fine of $250. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The penalty is approved. Right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Calling agenda item number 22, Masa's Market and Drive-In. LTD 25-0043.
To my right is the owner, Young A. Sung. Spelling has been provided. And he is present with Council Wayne Luke. We have received notice, waive reading of the notice and enter a plea of no contest.
Motion to accept the plea.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to accept a plea of no contest. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The plea is accepted.
Ms. Omavanui, your recommendation for agenda item number 22?
This is a second violation with a recommended fine of $250.
Mr. Luke, what happened? What happened?
Oh, my name is Song, I'm sorry.
Song, I'm sorry, Mr. Song, what happened?
No, I was shopping and then come back and then I got seen the notice from the cashier, so what's going on? And then they say, someone gonna look at the behind there or license or no, price tag is not approved there, so up to price tag. So sometimes I cannot handle this, customer, they mad and they take it out, or I cannot watch the 24-hour for like that. Anyway, I'm guilty for that. You guys are working hard and you guys come down for help us, anything. I'm guilty for that, but it's not really, we try to best. Every day I gotta check it out the price tag. This is a very hard to us. Please understand. A lot of liquor store, a lot of small stores got a problem, that kind of problems. Please understand our side too, because this is by the law, I know that. But so somebody gonna took it off and then commissioner come in, what I wanna do? You don't have a chance anything. This is our side. Every day I cannot look, but once in a while we're gonna look and then we're gonna normal price. We call them. We need a price tag. If not, we got a problem with commission. And then they come down right away and the price tag. And then sometimes it's off. I don't know what's going on, but I'm guilty for that. But please understand, our small store, small mom and pop store is
This is a fine, is a really, we don't sell the underage, we don't sell the for anybody. We just go price tag problems. I came in 27 years, I worked for liquor store, same liquor store. I came in twice already. This is a problem. Please, our small mom and pop store is really hard time for now. Please understand for us. Thank you.
Council. Is there any indication in the report of, because when I read the charge, it says shelf price for each size of each brand of liquor sold. So how extensive was that violation?
So there's just some unmarked, can I show it to you? Like
Sure.
on exhibit C, just alcohol, but not marked in the terms of the cans. There's some more here as well. There's also like these wine bottles that are just not marked either. It's on the shelf. I believe these cases are also not marked.
So Mr. Song, you understand it's not just for one. but
I know,
two.
I understand, sir. I understand. Yeah, I'm guilty for that, but it's what I say is, I think that he was coming our store a few months, 1 month ago.
I don't remember.
No, one of the liquor commissioner come in
Oh,
and
okay.
we picture on all together for my worker. So they say, oh, now it's you guys work good. But sometimes we don't know. Really, I gotta look at the detail if I can do that. But if not detail, this like a 3 item, 4 item, this is really sorry for that. And then wine side is we will price on top. Can do the top, right?
So I would think that, so first, Mr. Song, I think you would need to, so where you would price your alcohol or how you would do your shelf tags. Mr. Luke can explain to you what the rule states and how it states in regards to how you should price it.
Yes,
So
sir.
my question to you is going to be this. You've said this is second time you've came,
Yeah,
correct?
yeah, yes,
Okay.
sir.
When does it, so I'll ask you and then I will also ask, Ms. Vanui, do you know when you came the first time? About how long ago?
Around last year?
Last year.
Yes, sir.
Does it look or does it show, Ms. Vanui, in the reports, when was the first time or the first, because you said this was the second incident, correct?
So he was issued 2 warnings. The first one on June 28th, 2024 and November 19th, 2024, and he was reprimanded on July 26th, 2024. So he was given a warning, then they issued a violation. And they were actually there, the investigators went to check or address the warning. And then
Basically, what he's saying that basically what he's saying is it's not a complete deal that, he has the whole store with the liquor and this incidents. But he understands that he's in violation.
I understand guilty, sir. So I understand what he said.
I mean, I understand that. I just want, so my concern is this. I'm sure you can explain this to your client, okay? My concern is this, that our investigators are coming, right? They're giving him ample notice by letting him know that this is, we've seen this. We're giving you a warning. We're letting you know we're seeing this, right? And beyond that, right? When they come back again to check based on the warning that they gave you, whether or not you did those items, there's other items, right? And so I understand it's difficult. I understand that things fall off, this and this, but part of the rule, right, is that
Yes,
you
sir.
folks as licensees are going to provide and make sure these items are tagged, right? Because ultimately, later on, when we start talking about your liquor tax or any of those items, those become where that's where it comes from, the pricing, right? What you put your price at, what you get it for, right?
That's true.
Okay. And my view is, right, this is your second time. You've had a few warnings, okay? So but because we are looking at the situation that this is like your second time with this, and I understand it's mom and pop, but you're gonna need to work to try to get them done as best as you can. Because if you get another warning, they're gonna come back and look at it again. Okay? I mean, but it is fair also to your patrons, right? Who come in that they know what they're gonna pay if they grab a bottle from you, right? They should, but maybe they don't. Okay? But I am going to make a motion to approve the recommended fine of $250 because we need to know the prices.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
It's been moved and seconded to approve a fine of $250. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The penalty is approved. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Calling agenda item number 23, Moani Island Bistro and Bar, LCD 25-0002.
Okay. Okay, so Miss Omavanui, so can you let us know how service was taken care of? Because this looks like this was a continued matter from September 4th, but also from 6/5/2025.
The notice was sent on September 29th, 2025 of today's hearing. But also I've been in contact with the attorney, Mr. Lee.
Okay.
And we agreed to continue today's hearings.
Okay.
For the next available.
Next available, all right?
Calling agenda item number 25, Onoe. LCV 25-0044.
May the record reflect Wayne Lake is counsel for item 25. You're gonna take it one or vote.
So, I guess the question is to you, Mr. Luke.
I'm just saying, you're gonna take 1 and 2 together or?
I can if you want to make a motion for 1 and 2.
Sure.
It's up to you.
We have received notice and we will enter a plea of no contest for 1 and 2 and waive reading and adjustments.
Okay. So can I have a motion to accept the plea of no contest for agenda item 25, charges 1 and charge 2?
So move.
Second,
It's been moved and seconded to approve, to accept a plea of no contest for charges 1 and charge 2. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The plea is accepted.
Ms. Omavanui, your recommendations for agenda item 25, charges 1 and charge 2.
In count 1 and 2, these are both first violations. So with count 1, the recommended fine is $250. And in count 2, it's a recommended fine of $350. So $600 total.
No objection,
Mr. Luke, any comments?
no objection. Just one employee and they just goofed on her.
Okay. My motion is going to be for agenda item number 25 to approve the recommended fine of $250 for charge 1 and $350 for charge 2, equaling a total of $600.
second,
It's been moved and seconded to approve a fine of $250 for charge 1 and $350 for charge 2 for a total of $600. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The penalty is approved. Okay, thank you. Calling agenda item number 26, The Other Side Diner, LCV 25-0006.
Commissioners, my name is Michael Gray. I waive the reading of the charges and plead no contest.
Motion to accept the plea of no contest.
second,
It's been moved and seconded to accept a plea of no contest. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The plea is accepted.
Ms. Omavanui, your recommendations for agenda item number 26.
So this is a second violation with a recommended fine of $350.
Mr. Gray, any explanations?
It's just been a hard couple of years. That's it. Had a new baby and had to take on a lot of stuff at work myself. So
Okay, so I guess the question would be, right, so this was a second time violation. Do you have things in place where you
Yes.
won't have another issue? Because we don't want to have a third violation
Yes,
and
sir.
things of that nature. Okay,
yes, sir.
okay. I understand it's been tough, but obviously, right, we need to know the names and all of the people that are in your business so that we can make sure everyone's there correctly.
Yes.
My motion is going to be to approve the recommended fine of $350 for agenda item number 26.
second,
It's been moved and seconded to approve a fine of $350. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The penalty is approved. Okay, thank you. Calling agenda item number 27, Rangoon Burmese Kitchen, LCV 25-0011.
Afternoon.
What?
My name is Kunsai, first name KHUN, last name is SAI. I'm the owner of Rangoon Burmese Kitchen. And please.
Okay, hold on, Mr. C, do you waive reading of the charge
Yes.
Okay. You can either accept the charge, deny the charge, or plead no contest.
No contest.
Okay. Motion to accept the plea of no contest.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to accept a plea of no contest. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The plea is accepted.
Okay, Ms. Ovanui, your recommendation for agenda item number 27, please.
This is a first violation with a recommended fine of $250.
Okay. Mr. Syed, do you have any explanations of what happened?
I think I just worked too much. So then I missed it. I missed the due date. So I'll right after I got notice, I already update the employee list. So next time I'll pay.
Yeah, so, okay, I mean, this happened back in 2024, so you do know, right, there's this year that we're gonna need to get these information again, so you should be setting your calendar to make sure you don't get another violation, because otherwise that'll be like your second one, okay?
Yes.
Okay. So my motion, but because we need to know all the names of everybody that's in your business, right? Because that's part of the deal of having a liquor license. My motion is going to be to approve the recommended fine of $250 for agenda item number 27.
Seconds.
It's been moved and seconded to approve a fine of $250. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The penalty is approved. Okay, thank you. Calling agenda item number 28, Saito and Fo for LLC, LCV 25-0039. Yes.
To my right is the owner, Liu, LIEU, Wind. Spelling has been provided. She is the owner. She is President of Council Wayne Luke. We have received notice of the violation and we waive reading of the charges and to plea of no contest.
Motion to accept the plea of no contest.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve, accept a plea of no contest. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The plea is accepted.
Ms. Ho'oma Vanui, your recommendation for agenda item number 28.
This is a first time violation with a recommended fine of $500.
Okay, Mr. Luke, explanations?
In this particular case, Mrs. Nguyen was the manager on duty and she left the premises because the place was supposedly closed at 8 o'clock. And she left and then later on she found out that investigators had come in and apparently there was still a customer too. We don't know whether they were drinking or not. The place, they had cleaned the place up, but there were two customers on the premise.
So when I left the restaurant, like the customer already pay, so I think like they ready to clean up. So my location have like problem, so I go on the freeway. So when the employee call me, I need to have like turn back like 20 minutes. So they say, that's fine. They give me a warning. So 3 weeks ago, they come in and they give me this hearing. So I never know.
So Ms. Ho'oma Vanui, is there any notification or inside of your the report, what does it say? How many people were in the premises or what was going on in the premises when the investigators entered?
So they entered around 8:30 p.m. and they witnessed or observed 6 customers sitting at the tables eating and 3 employees working.
Okay. So at what time did you say that you normally would close?
So 8 p.m. we close the
Okay.
restaurant.
Close the restaurant at 8 p.m.
Yes, but like if the other location don't have problem because that one February 14, then I still like stay there until close the restaurant.
So, okay, so the concern always is going to be, right, that even if your restaurant time is closed, right, if your patrons are in there and they could be eating or maybe finishing up their food, a manager or someone should be on the premises because you do have a liquor license. And if you're the only person with a manager card, you might want to work with your employees.
Now we have to order employees.
Okay.
back.
So that's the point of where, you want to have a duly registered manager card other than yourself so that you can have people there to help you. Okay,
Yes.
so you can move. But ultimately, it's important. So the 2 servers that were working at the time, did they have any type of cards at all?
They don't need cards.
Okay, but there was no manager actual
No.
with the card.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the concern. We want to make sure there's a manager there employed of your space, okay? So my motion is going to be to approve the recommended fine of $500 because we do need a manager there. Watch.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to to assess a fine of $500. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The penalty is clear. Thank you. Calling agenda item number 29, side pocket
We
bar
did that
and
one.
bar
30.
and grill.
We did 29.
Oh,
Mr.
sorry.
Kyuchi, 30.
Calling agenda item number 30, Tipsy Pig 2 Bar and Grill, LCV 250040. Please, sir.
John Amihi, AMII, representing Office Gaia, DBA Tipsy Pig 2 Bar and Grill.
Ami'i?
Yes, sir.
Correct, okay. So Mr. Ami'i, do you waive reading of the charges?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm gonna ask you for both charges separately. Do you accept, deny, or plead no contest for charge 1?
I would like not guilty for the first one.
Okay, not guilty,
Yes.
okay?
And I'll try to explain that to you.
Okay, so first things are first. Anytime you do a non-guilty plea, that's going to move you to another date where we do a contested hearing. That's the reason why I'm letting you know.
Still a no contest, no problem.
Well, that's up to you, but I'll have to re-ask you.
Yeah,
Okay.
can you re-ask me? I don't.
Okay, hold on then. Okay, so for charge 1,
Yes,
do you accept the charge, deny the charge, or plead no contest?
no contest, sir.
Okay. For charge 2, do you accept the charge, deny the charge, or plead no contest?
No contest, sir.
Okay. Motion to accept the plea of no contest for charges 1 and charge 2.
Second,
It's been moved and seconded to accept the plea of no contest for charges 1 and 2. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The plea is accepted.
Okay, Ms. Ho'omavui, your recommendations for agenda item 30, charge 1 and charge 2.
In charge 1, this is a first violation with a recommended fine of $250. And in charge 2, this is also a first violation with a recommended fine of $350 for a total of $600.
Okay. Sure, your explanations for charge 1 first.
Yes, Vice Chair, sir. So for the clock in, we just switched over from Rebel to Clover, and Clover is not very user friendly. So from clocking in, because once you log in or like start your shift, it automatically asks you to clock in. So the clock in wasn't a problem, but the shift log is like an app within the app. And it was giving us like the hardest time to log in, and it asked us for admin access. But when your investigators came, the admin was visiting his kids in Washington State. So when we called him, the time difference was really hard. But if we were to have got him on the phone, we could have got the problem resolved and then showed the investigator, and it would have been no problem. So it was just a really unexpected technical difficulty.
Okay.
But after that same morning after we got Tony on the phone, the problem was fixed. So if your investigators ever come, it's now good.
Yeah, so that was going to be my first question in charge 1. So currently though, you do have it where now that if they came, they'd be able to see a time log and a time sheet and everything else.
All day, sir, all day. Whenever you guys want it, it will be shown. There's no
Okay.
excuses, no problems to that. It was an unexpected technical difficulty that required admin access.
Okay.
And the admin is like a 3 to 4 hour time difference because of Washington. And I think when you guys came was around like 12 or 1.
Okay,
So it's like
so
4
I'll
o'clock.
confirm what time they came. Next,
11.
your explanation for charge 2.
Okay, that one was just straight up my fault. I am so sorry. I told Mark, please go get your card before you start Friday. And
Okay.
on that event, there was so much preparation before the event, during the event, and when he had showed up, it had slipped my brain to ask him, may I please see your card? But I did tell him, please get your card before you come to shift,
Okay.
and I was so busy that day. I'm sorry. It was my fault that I did not follow through to be like, hey, can I see your card? You know what I mean? But he was clocked in. But I was very lied to myself about that. I'm very sorry. But that will never happen again.
All right.
Of course it happened.
Yeah, go ahead.
so how long did you have this system in place?
Just got it. At that time from Rebel to Clover, I think we only had it like a month or 2 or something like that. But like we never once did anybody ask us to go, hey, can we see your shift log? You know what I mean? So it just, So I mean, we never got to try it.
But when you purchased the software or the program, you had demonstrations and you guys knew how to use it, huh?
No, we actually had to figure that out ourselves. Took took a bit. It was like we literally got the program and it was very hard to use at first. Going from Rebel to Clover, the transition was actually very hard.
Well, what would prompt you to make the change to a not a user-friendly type program?
I think the owners thought that it was cheaper because Clover had better rates than Rebel.
So you had no control over it?
No. We're just going with the programs that the owners were like trying to use and stuff. So we were trying to learn it. We didn't even ask for it. We didn't even want it because all the employees love Rebel. We all hate Clover. And Clover is a very difficult app. Like,
Okay, good. Thank you.
sorry.
Miss does the report show what time they came?
It says they arrived at approximately 9:50 p.m.
Okay. So there's a couple things. First of all,
Yeah,
you know,
the time exactly, but it was late. I'm sorry.
yeah, no, you're fine. I mean,
I was busy.
so the plan for us, right, is we obviously need to make sure that in the future we can get these things,
No,
right?
you
Because we're
will.
gonna need to see them and these things. So I'm gonna make a motion. So the first one for charge one, my motion is going to be to approve the recommended fine of $250, but I'm going to suspend collection of that $250 for a period of 12 months, for a period of 12 months, as long as there is no more where we come to see you and we cannot see a log sheet.
No,
You
I
have to have
promise. No, I
that there,
promise.
you know what I mean? We're not gonna collect it as long as you have do not have another violation of the log sheet.
Vice
I know, I'm
Chair,
just
sir.
telling you.
You know, I
Okay, so that's going to be my motion for charge one, but charge two,
Yes, sir.
I am going to approve the recommended fine of $350. So you'd have a total of $350 charge for the entire thing, but approving a $250 thing for charge two, but suspending collection of that as long as you no longer have any other violations for seeing the time cards.
So at 12 months, it will fall away.
Yeah.
But if you have a second one, then you'll have two.
And that will become collectible. We'll go after the other one.
Thank you, Vice Chairman. Thank you, Chairman.
Okay, second to both motions.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Okay.
Commission.
It's been moved and seconded, except to assess a fine of $250 and to suspend collection for 1 year. And to assess a fine of $350 for charge number two, for a total of $600, of which $250 will be collectible within a year, or I'm sorry, which will fall away after a year if no other if the same charge is not brought before the.
Trust me, both charges will never happen.
Okay. All right. So.
Okay.
Moved and seconded. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The penalty as stated is approved. All right. Here we go. Okay, I think we should.
Can I go pay that?
I think they might be closed at this point, but you might have to check tomorrow.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Let us take a recess.
Yes,
Okay,
we'll take a recess.
you're done. Thank you.
Thank you. Hopefully.
I would recognize at least a couple of them.
Okay, we're back from recess. And we're calling agenda item number 31, Liquor Commission, the performance evaluation of the Liquor Control Administrator.
Commissioner Sal Patilos, Administrator, Honolulu Liquor Commission.
Right, so today we're here to conduct the evaluation of the administrator for last year. The first full year evaluation with this full slate of commissioners. And the mayor has created a commission with a broad set of skills, but very limited government experience, with the exception of Commissioner Hyun. So we've been working on a review for multiple months. We were made aware of a recent OIP opinion on the conduct of evaluations of high-level government employees. So in the spirit of that opinion, we're finishing off this review in a much more public fashion than we've had in the past. So we'll be conducting the review in 3 parts. We're having this opening, where we'll have our initial discussion. You can say, if you want for your opening, mention the items in the review that we've done as a report that was done prior to us being made aware of the OIP opinion. Then we'll have a motion to accept the report, and then a motion on compensation. And so as we're all new in this kind of process, I think most of us coming from the from the private sector, there's a bit of a mismatch in terms of setting goals and expectations. So certainly on the private side, we believe in having very measurable goals and achievable goals. And getting to measurable goals itself, when we started here, was rather difficult in terms of getting good reporting, in terms of times and for licensing and for some of the metrics around where investigations were being conducted, at what frequency, and across what areas of the city. So achievable proved kind of even more difficult as we got through it. In my area of expertise with the permitted interaction group on IT, we had noticed some serious deficiencies with the systems that supported the agency with respect to investigations. It was a system that was deployed over 20 years ago with major security and compliance issues, and these deficiencies remain. So in that sense, it has been very difficult. Commissioners, anything else on the opening portion?
No.
No.
I think for myself, Commissioner, I think there are several processes within standard processes within city government that have made achieving some of our initial goals difficult. I did not anticipate the time that it would take to go through those. But that said, we did have goals, and unfortunately, those were not achieved in a timely manner.
Okay, and so the way that we looked on the performance criteria, it was exceeds expectations, meets expectations, opportunities for improvement, and below expectations. And I guess in some sense, this comes out much more harsh than intended, at least for myself, in that from my perspective, if we had met the goals of deploying body-worn cameras or had retired the LCIS-1, that would be meets. And since we didn't, then it's not possible to get beyond that. And so there are opportunities for improvement on many levels. So let's talk about some areas of success. And some of these were not planned for, right? You implemented the new training curriculum for investigators. We identified a lot of items in the system review that we've started to address but did not complete. We had some management. You managed very capably a lot of the heavy legal issues that came forward and successfully concluded settlement of outstanding federal lawsuit. In terms of budget and running the administrative portions of the agency, we have those were managed well. You completed the negotiations for the body-worn cameras. Some of the areas requiring greater attention in terms of the way that, and this is something that we'll get to with respect to areas with respect to recommendations, but the weekly administrators report and taking some of that number so that we can be much more actionable with respect to the numbers that we're seeing in terms of the licensing and how long it's taking. Those are things that are good to measure. By many measures, they're not getting better. And I think from the standpoint of being in the private sector, certainly as a board of directors, we would be in trouble and probably not be doing well. And you as our main administrator, probably not either. However, even given that, if all of us were removed, the city, I think, would be in a much worse spot. And we appreciate all the work and effort that you've done to get the place moving and moving in a better position. But we want to be more effective next year. Let's see. Culture within the commission and within the agency, trying to work within, one of the areas of concern was a lot of silos and a lot of strife across the departments within the agency. So working on that is something that you started out with, which had a lot of issues. I think it's getting better, but certainly that's something that we're going to need to continue to work on. The system review and technology initiatives, several were started. We've gone through pieces of them. And that's, in terms of achievable goals, those are things that you've achieved for this year already. So I think next year's review will go much better as those are completed items that we've had the body-worn cameras done. But the negotiations for the IT contracts, they're coming online, but we need to get those pieces implemented. So that's what we're going to be looking forward to for next year. Areas of improvement, certainly on the licensing, we've mentioned that multiple times, and that's something that I think the public at large and the business community in particular is looking for us to make those numbers go down and to streamline and shorten the time that it takes for somebody to get a license. But that was obvious before you started the job, but unfortunately still something that we need to be working on today. Staffing, of course, that's also an issue here. We know that you're working very hard towards getting that, and that this is an issue that's endemic across the city, but that is something that we need to try to solve for. In terms of recommendations, developing a strategic 3-year plan so that we have a goal for us to work towards to identify where we want the agency to be headed. Commissioner Cundiff and Commissioner Hun have volunteered to help as part of a PIG to work with you to develop a strategic plan for the agency. We have a new assistant administrator, so transitioning and having him on board will be very important for making for a smooth transition from the long service that Ms. Rai has given. And then certainly we'll continue to work on the IT permitted interaction group and have a set of recommendations from there. Commissioners, any other statements?
So my statement would be, I think you've, in what we stated, that, things that we've progressed in, I think we've progressed a lot in the training side and working toward getting to those things that were recommended by the Wei-Chan report, as well as areas we're trying to do better in getting guys that have more education. And I think we're working on that more. Myself and Commissioner Sakamoto are in a pig to work on the licensing, which we hope to be able to put together some ideas to help that plan work along with the strategic planning pig to make that become better, because I do feel you've made improvements in areas from when you came on. But there is other areas we need to find ways to focus a little bit harder on, because that's there is other people are watching. So, but
So, given that I have some history here, as well as talking to others in the administration, I think we all agree, as well as the commissioners, that the Honolulu Liquor Commission administrator is one of the most difficult jobs in the city. I think you were initially handicapped because with staff, new personnel coming on, your chief investigator, your ASO, now you have a new assistant administrator, and with IT and training, I mean, these things are, how would you say, are critical areas that would support the administrator. Unfortunately, like general managers and coaches, they take the hit for their underlings. So, Chair Hong had mentioned that we were looking at developing a strategic plan. And that would be with the input of you and your staff to hold all people accountable. As well as they have relevant input. Because it's very difficult for one person to articulate everything that goes on in the agency when they're not necessarily personally involved at all levels from the line on up. So I think the overall rating and performance is just a baseline from where we start. Do we get measurable objectives that can be honestly and genuinely weighed as far as these things to be accomplished? I think you're well aware of the difficulties with unions and consultations, as well as how fast administration can move to approve procurement and other things. Liquor Commission does have an advantage since it's self-funded, but still, being attached to BFS, there is a process that sometimes slows the works down. And you can't move as fast as you could in the private sector. And then you're also subject to ridicule and scrutiny from the outside, from the public who really has no concept or idea of what the logistics are and the practices within the operations of the Liquor Commission. So, I mean, there are a lot of challenges, and I have to commend you that there were, as Chair Hong says, improvements. But I think, to be fair to you, as well as the other staff members, I think we have to work on a strategic plan that's practical and doable and measurable, which other strategic plans and administrators have not been able to accomplish. So, the challenge is there. And I think you came in, like I said, somewhat strapped and handicapped because, coming from another state, coming into Hawaii's Oahu County, and each island, each county has their own different, pardon the separate, the word kingdoms or silos, and they operate differently. So being acclimated, and I think I've had discussions with Chief Neri about him coming from Oakland. There is a learning curve to acclimate to the culture. Not to fight the culture, but to be able to manipulate the culture to your own best benefit. Yeah. But that's my spill on it.
Okay.
Well, personally, I think that all comments, I think reflect all of the commissioners' perspective. I don't think anything further needs to be stated other than I've been here a few months as the new commissioner, very impressed with the staff. Enjoy working with the staff. I think you've got a great team around you. You have the commitment of the commissioners through the pigs that we've started. And through that support, we're gonna, obviously work with you to identify, how we can continuously improve processes and the culture of the organization and things of that nature. But you have our support.
Yeah, yes, and so I think while the overall score is unfairly reflective of where we're at right now, I don't think that we don't appreciate the hard work that you've done and the changes that we've made, and perhaps we'll be able to maintain this year to really get to the next level as you and we have all kind of been settling into the roles that we're playing here at the commission.
Well, I appreciate the comments, commissioners. I think from my perspective, yes, a strategic plan is necessary, and I've been working with the team to draft a strategic plan and to provide to the pig that's being constituting of Commissioner Yun and Commissioner Kanda. In addition to that, I think there's, as you said, there's a concern about getting to know more about what's actionable within the agency, and part of that strategic plan essentially also involves the creation of metrics having to deal with each specific area and identifying specific goals. They may not be numerical. They may just be saying we need to do X by this time. But that will be there and available to you. So essentially joining the strategic plan and as well as performance of the agency towards achieving the goals there, or at least the sub goals that are included in the strategic plan. That said, let me just reiterate that the strategic plan is a product of all teams within the agency, and all teams are able to review it and make comments on it and see whether or not things are as they should be or need to be changed. I hope to be able to provide that to the pig. I'm sorry, it's just called the Permitted Interaction Group sometime in the next week or so. And hopefully that'll be a starting point from which, and I look forward to comments from the commissioners when they see the strategic plan.
Okay. So at this so at this time, I would entertain a motion of an overall assessment for this time frame of opportunities for improvement.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded that the overall rating of the administrator for this time frame was an O, opportunities for improvement. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The motion carries. As a second discussion, and this is where I would like to say, like, in a normal private sector, if one had a review of that nature, the compensation would not be so good. However, I think relative to where we are and are you moving us forward, I want to make sure that you're not moving backwards. And so it is my recommendation that a salary increase of 2.5% that puts you up with where inflation is. And so then we can go from there. That I would entertain a motion there, or we can have a discussion.
So I would second the motion, or so move the motion, because I do believe that, as we've kind of stated previously, right, you came into a situation where you were somewhat handcuffed. You did make great movements in other areas, and in areas we thought that were great. But we also found areas that need to work with that are there, but we also want you to know that we do cherish the work that you have done already to get us through the sites we've named, right? Like the lawsuits and the other things that you came into that you were just they're stuck with. So I would make a motion to approve motion for the 2.5% increase.
So before I second the motion, I think what's been said is the recognition of your efforts and moving forward. And it's, we had, in the discussion of within the EMOH series, it's still, I believe, your status is under EMO8, correct? Excluding management 8? Yeah, so there is, in the EMO series, there's a range, a base and a top end range. So for all department heads, that 2%, 2.5% that is being talked about here falls within that range, but also recognizes your efforts as far and achievements in setting up the foundation and baseline to move forward.
Did you second the motion?
Second the motion.
It's been moved and seconded to approve a salary compensation increase of 2.5%. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The motion carries. Thank you very much. Okay, calling agenda item number 32, Liquor Administrator, Administrative Matters.
Yeah, speaking of employment. So we welcome 2 new office assistant threes this week, as well as a liquor control support technician. We also conducted a panel interview for a liquor control auditor, as well as a panel interview for an LCI1 vacancy. Hopefully the candidates for those positions do well and receive conditional higher things, but anyway, so in terms of that, we seem to be filling areas within the administrative services section of the agency, and the hope is that they will remain with the agency for a while. I think an item of note was that on the 5th, the initial appearance before the City Council by Commissioner Yun for his reappointment. There will be the reappointment will still remain a 3-step process with another meeting on the 18th of November for committee recommendation and a final on December 3rd for adoption and confirmation. So hopefully by the 3rd, we'll officially have a reappointed commissioner. Also, just wanted to let you know in terms of consultations with HGA, we received a response from them concerning licensing case management policy and procedure, which essentially incorporates some of the withdrawal ideas that we've talked about. So we can move ahead with that policy and use that within licensing. Finally, we conducted agency specific training on La Lima, so that may affect the way we record and track complaints against licenses. And with that, I'm open to any questions from you.
Commissioners?
Question? No question.
No question. And that. Any announcements? Calling agenda item number 33. No? Okay, we're adjourned.